Hey friends, welcome into Old Mountain Bricks. Today we're taking a look and doing a review of the Winter Village Collection, Santa's Visit. Set number 10293, containing 1,445 pieces, came out in 2021. This year we're adding it to our Winter Village and want to do a quick time-lapse speed build and review of what I think of Santa's Visit. Of course, before we get started, if you do enjoy the video, make sure you leave a like as it really helps the channel out. And follow us over on Instagram at Old Mountain Bricks. So let's go ahead and start the time lapse and speed build, take a look at the building process, and then we'll meet back here with some final thoughts. Comes with 9 individual bags and a nice manual and sticker sheet. All right, time lapse. We start with kind of like this little side build out front with a Christmas tree and a little mailbox and fence area, which is always fun to build. And then the best thing about this set is this interesting angle that it's built at. I love kind of this V-looking shape. And then we kind of start putting the foundation in, some of the details with the tiles. And I love this sand blue color. I think looks really good. Of course, the fireplace takes up a lot of the pieces because it is hollow, and you'll see why in just a moment, but I thought it was really fun to kind of put that together. It is kind of smaller on the inside than it looks displaying outwardly, so the outside actually looks a lot better, I think, than the inside. But overall, I loved adding all these Christmas details and seeing kind of how all of this pieces came together in order to make that interesting angle really work for this set and still have enough pieces to get some of those details. I love putting together some of the garland. Of course, anytime you use some of the snow details, that's always fun too. And the last thing you do is you put this tree outside and really brings all the exterior details together. But let's take a look. And here it is, the Winter Village Santa's Visit. Comes with 2 instruction manuals, one for kind of these 2 smaller builds that are right out front here, and then the other one for the actual house. These are meant to be split up with maybe like a family, so you can maybe give your younger builders this little one here, and then maybe for the more advanced builders can actually work on the house. It does come with 1 tiny sticker sheet. Again, I appreciate that, not having too many stickers in this set. But let's take a closer look at the outside here. You do start with this little kind of side build. It has this nice little mailbox with this guy about to mail his letter to Santa Claus. And then I believe this is the wife. Based on the stickers inside, I believe these 2 are married and have a little child inside there. But I like having kind of this little porch area. You could kind of build this into a landscape if you wanted to and extend it out in order to maybe connect that sidewalk and all of that. Next thing you do is you build this little Christmas tree, and every time you build a tree with the Winter Village set, it's always a different experience. This one's no different, using a lot of transparent pieces in the middle that you can kind of see in there, along with some other small kind of present builds. And the main feature of this one, this is what includes the light brick. So when you kind of press this down, it lights up the whole Christmas tree there for you. Kind of interesting. Different than the Alpine Lodge and stuff, since it's not built directly into the building, but I thought it was fun to have it part of the tree. So let's kind of slide those out of the way and take a closer look at the actual building. First thing you'll notice, of course, is this interesting angle that it's at. It's kind of like a V shape, I guess, if you look at it from like the top here, which I think is fun, and especially for like a Winter Village that doesn't need to be on a base plate, it's fun to have more of those unique angles. Of course, you can see all like the garland up top here, and I like how we're able to put that on the door. I also enjoy this little tree using those white limb pieces. And then, of course, one of the very last things you do is actually build this tiny little snowman and put them right here. Some of these can hinge, so we'll explore that as we go through it on what can open and what kind of can't. This whole top section can pop off if we really want it to, but we're going to leave it there for right now. One of the parts I enjoyed about the build as well is actually this chimney, using some of those kind of modified rounded pieces in there, the snow detailing, and it is completely hollow, which you'll see why in just a moment. But let's spin this around and look at some of the details inside the home. And here you have the little child, and here's that family picture of them all 3 together there. And some sticker details with both those and the clock. And you can see the stockings hung there, which all look fun. Got this nice table build in the middle. The chairs I didn't find as good of a build, because they kind of use these hinge pieces and kind of with the connect there, so they don't look super good, but for what it is, I think it's okay. In here, the kitchen had a lot of small builds, if I can get in there and show you some of that. Loaf of bread sitting there, as well as like a mixer, a sink, and some cabinets and everything. Of course, a little stove build right there as well. And up here, this can kind of hinge out, and I think that's meant to be like Saturn or like a planet sitting right there, but this can kind of hinge out just like that. This is a sticker element where the little girl is working on her Santa letter. I think she's into space, as you can see kind of that sticker element there, which then maybe goes with this rocket sitting over here. So maybe she's getting what she wants for Christmas. And over here, oh, there she is again, holding a nice tasty treat for Santa left out. You can see there's two right here in the mug. Kind of interesting. They did, quote, hide presents around the build in order to kind of tell a story that way. There's one kind of behind the chair over there, and then I think one in the attic. Let's show you what the main play feature is of this set. It takes Santa right here, even holding his bag of toys and goodies, and you should be able to just kind of put him right down the chimney here, and let's see what happens. And down the chimney goes. He knocks over the fireplace little candles right in here. You can just kind of stand back up just like that. And there's Santa. So kind of a fun little feature. Again, you can just kind of dive bomb him or put him in feet first. Should just slide right out. Let's do that one more time. Oh, there he is. So I think that's a really fun play feature for this set for sure. But I think a lot of fun details just on the back there. I really like kind of this sand blue color. I just think it really pops as opposed to maybe just some normal brick or gray tones that you see in some of these sets. So putting that all together like that, I think was really fun. Let's do our final thoughts and finish this thing up. All right, and I think that's it. It's hard to get these weird angles with Lego, so I thought the designers did a really good job of doing that. And I think this was a better building experience because we just built the Alpine Lodge. Those had some interesting pieces, but that was more of the blocky standard, build that we normally get. But these unique angles I thought was a really good change and a fun build experience. So I think this is definitely one of the best ones that are out there right now. So definitely try and pick this up maybe before it retires. I don't know if it's retiring at the end of this year, but definitely next year, since it's one of the older ones remaining at this point. I think the play feature is a lot of fun, being able to put Santa down the chimney there. I don't like the use of the light brick in this one as compared to some of the other ones, but besides that, I think it has a really nice minifigure selection. I like that it includes Santa with the good printing and the dual molded legs. But I do think it is one of the better Winter Village sets. But I think that's it for today. I do appreciate you coming by Old Mountain Bricks and watching our videos. Make sure you stay tuned as we're going to have some even more exciting videos coming out by the end of the year and into next year. So until next time, have a good one.